All right, what's going on? We back once again. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. We're gonna do um our new I guess it'd be like our new podcast type of thing, NBA 101. I try to get at least two of these in a week. Also start the hip hop 101. So we're gonna start expanding our live stream to other content outside of boxing. Eventually, it'll be evenly spread out across the board as much as possible. But live brothers want to talk about the NBA and they asked for the live stream when I was going to do it. So right now I can squeeze it in. So hopefully we can get at least 45 minutes to 40 minutes in. In addition to that, hopefully it'll be a lot longer in the future, man. We just got off the boxing thing, so let's get it in real talk. Okay, somebody wanted me to speak about the Anthony Davis situation where Anthony Davis got fined 50 G's for talking about for making it public that he wanted to trade away from New Orleans Pelicans, and it's good for Anthony Davis, man. Um, that he want to trade from New Orleans, and he want to get right, man. Dude, like what, 25, 26 years old, if that. And Kevin Garnett, I think, is the poster child for a lot of these players making their moves and trying to join their dream team or trying to get a championship. Remember, Kevin Garnett signed that contract with Minnesota, and he said no matter how much money he had, he was still so miserable. Um, he was just still miserable. Cupo, what's going on? 44. He said he's still miserable, and that he tells any basketball player today that go ahead and try to win your championship right now. And I think a lot of these brothers look up to the OG KG, man. I think a lot of these dudes want to make their dreams happen right now. And good for Anthony Davis. Don't wait till it's too late, man. Get out of New Orleans. It ain't his fault that New Orleans ain't winning. It's just that, for whatever reason, it could be coaching or whatever. I think New Orleans got pretty good talent, man. With Miritich, Julius Randle. I like Drew Holiday a lot. Drew Holiday is a certified thumper. I like them. They got a lot of potential, man. But just right now, it ain't what he looking for, man. He tried and tried again. They made the second round of the playoffs. They swept the Portland Trailblazers last year. But like I said before, I think Julius Randle, and I think Anthony Davis is a bit overrated when you talk about big man because his stats don't translate to wins. Now, could that be Alvin Gentry's fault? Could it be Demp's fault, the GM? Could it just be his fault? I think it's a little bit of everybody's fault. I really think that I actually think that Anthony Davis is a spectacular talent, but how good is he? I remember the era of big man that I grew up in. Okay, that I grew up in. A lot of them dudes made instant impacts. The Patrick Ewing, he made the Knicks relevant. Shaquille O'Neal made the Magic relevant. Akeem, and he also had Ralph Sampson made the Rockets relevant again. I think they made a championship run early in his career as well too. But what impact has Anthony Davis had on the New Orleans Pelicans? Now, could the Pelicans be one of those Detroit Lions type of organizations where just the management and the front office and just the ownership just sucks so bad? No matter how great a player you are, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, you never can really rise over the poverty level or the piss poor level of the organization. That actually could be true for Anthony Davis, man. We look at Anthony Davis and say physically he got it all except for durability. Can shoot the mid-range jumper, can shoot the three, can post up when he's willing to post up. Great off-ball defender, but where's the intangibles? Where's the heart? Where's the will to win? Where's the energy? Where's the tenacity? And maybe you could say New Orleans Pelicans beat it all out of him. You know what I'm saying? And if he go to the Lakers, people acting like he's going to say the Lakers. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a collective thing. I think they got to get one more guy there. Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, just to be formidable, man. But you got to look at it that Golden State Warriors could be the demise, man. Kevin Durant could be rolling over to New York City. Klay Thompson can go to LA. Steph Curry ankles is iffy. Draymond Green is having the biggest decline I've seen from a player have in his actual prime years. I mean, Boogie Cousins could leave and go chase the money. So right now it's really like, man, like the Lakers really need to get AD right now. But apparently Greg Popovich told was it Will Demps, or Jeff Demps, whatever his name is, he told him, the general manager of the Pelicans, not to answer the phone for the Los Angeles Lakers. So the NBA is going to try to offset what LeBron do. And LeBron James is trying to make it where the players control the league, and now the NBA is going to conspire. I don't think it's even a conspiracy anymore. They're going to try to gang up on LeBron James, in my opinion. But Q-Post say this lame-ass basketball era, everybody just want to pile up on one team, and only 4 teams can legitimately compete out of 30. AD is officially a fuckboy. I won't say he a fuckboy. I mean, it's always been like that in the NBA, Cupo, man. Hey, what's going on, Noah Cahill? It's always been like that, man. Just thinking about it, man. Bill Russell won 11 championships. Thinking about it, in the 80s, I think it was only 2 NBA finals that was played without the Boston Celtics and the Lakers. That was with Philadelphia and the Lakers, and it was with the Lakers and the Detroit Pistons, okay? The NBA hasn't had no parity in the 90s. It was 6 times Jordan. It was 2 times with Hakeem Olajuwon, and then 1 time the lockout year with the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks in '99, okay? Yeah, I'm a Pistons fan. I like the Lakers as well, but I like the Knicks as well too. You know, I grew up watching L.A. Houston and them having the battles with Miami and you know, all that stuff. But like I said before, I'm not mad at Anthony Davis for wanting to do that, because I mean, you're gonna sit on New Orleans and you're not gonna get no help. I mean, what else he supposed to do? You know, Rich Paul, his agent, did it shock you that LeBron represent AD was trying to get him to LA? And it look like the NBA is gonna make AD wait until next season. I believe the New Orleans Pelicans is gonna make Anthony Davis wait until next year's trading deadline before they trade him to LA. And guys like Greg Popovich, dudes like Dan Gilbert, guys like Mark Cuban, you know, they always conspired against LA. You know, like when it's like when Chris Paul got traded over to the New Orleans Hornets at the time to the LA Lakers, and David Stern stopped that. A lot of people don't remember that homeboy Dan Gilbert and Mark Cuban called up crying. They were crying to David Stern about that. And David Stern, you know, because the NBA controlled the Hornets, they didn't have an owner. They stopped that shit. They stopped it. They said, "Oh no." They say, "No, y'all, Chris Paul ain't going in," and Chris Paul went to the Lakers. I mean, went to the Clippers instead. You know, so they always been hating. So it's pretty much LeBron versus the NBA owners at this point. And LeBron is trying to make this into the ultimate players league. And the NFL wish they had a LeBron James to do that, man. They wish they had a LeBron James to do that, man. And I said again, they wish they had LeBron James, man. Anthony Davis to come to the Knicks. I heard they trying. But ultimately, he only want to play for the Lakers, and I'm not mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him. Go play for the Lakers. Go be great. Go do you. You want to team up with LeBron? LeBron need help, so be it. Because the NBA has always been that. It's always been a whole bunch of dudes just gang banging on one team, maybe by the draft, or, you know, with the Boston Celtics did the Ray Allen Garnett thing, and they did the Rondo and Paul Pierce thing. So, I mean, the NBA has never had parity. The NBA wishes it had the parity that the NFL had. NFL and Major League Baseball and NHL are all 3 of them are the poster child for parity. NBA, it's just not like that, man. The talent pool ain't deep enough. It ain't deep enough. In the NBA, they always want Boston, LA to be the teams. They never let Boston, LA go too long. Now, if the NBA was actually an organic league where the lottery wasn't fixed for Dan Gilbert to get 3 number 1 picks, or it wasn't always fixed where players wanted to go to LA and Boston, and actually the small market teams actually had the ability to win, then the NBA would be the shit. It would be the shit. But you can tell they don't want Oklahoma City to win. They don't want, even though Houston to be the 3rd largest city by 2020, overtaking Chicago, even Chicago, they don't really, you know, push for the Chicago Bulls to win. Or they never, since Jordan, other than Jordan, without Jordan, Chicago would have never get nothing. They don't push for the Sixers to win. They don't push for the Pistons to win. You know, they don't push for the Miami Heat to win, other than LeBron. They don't care about those middle market teams. And it makes questions of why don't they just cut the fucking league in half? What was the point of bringing the Charlotte, Minnesota, and bringing all and the rest of these teams into the league? Why bring these teams to the league if everybody legitimately don't have a chance? You know? But that's sports in general, man. NFL don't care if the Seahawks fucking win it, the 49ers win it, the Packers win it, whoever. They really don't care, even though they would like the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers to actually to win it. They would love that to be the actual case. But at the end of the day, the NFL know we got the best product on TV, even though we might push it where the Saints to get out of there so we can get LA and Boston. We might push the Kansas City Chiefs to get out here. We got the most popping product going on right now. We already know the results. It's gonna be Golden State winning. Before Golden State, it was Miami and San Antonio, and before that, it was ever who else it was, man. You know what I'm saying? We know it, man. When the last time a small market team won a championship in NBA? You know, you want to say Miami's a small market? Well, okay, Cleveland, because LeBron James. I don't think you're so small because LeBron James. Anything with LeBron James is bigger than what it actually is. But legitimately, we go back and look at it, man. You know, San Antonio, I mean, with Tim Duncan in them, you know what I'm saying? They're a nice size market in San Antonio, but when has an Oklahoma City, Indiana actually got it, you know? It don't happen too often, man, and it's sad. It's sad. You know, unless you got a LeBron James on your team or something like that, it don't happen too often. I mean, if the Bucks are competing without three super players. Exactly. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the deal. Bledsoe and Chris Middleton are fringe all-stars, but you're right. They always forget Boston was the big three before Miami. That's why Brown went to Miami to beat Boston. You know, but Boston had an expiration date because Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett was towards the end of their careers to the most part, physically. Do so now what's going on. You know, so we know how the game go. But for Anthony Davis, but actually, how good is Anthony Davis? Honestly, how good do you guys think Anthony Davis is? Because we've seen Kevin Love put up numbers 2020, 2020, 2020 in Minnesota almost every night or every other few nights. What is you barking at? This nigga, man. This nigga hear the wind and start barking. At least I know if somebody's still in my car while I'm starting, this dude gonna bark. He don't bark a lot unless, you know, he think it's a threat. What's up, Al Flower Paris? Salute. You know, so, you know, how good is Anthony Davis, man? Because Chris Bosh was putting up major numbers in Toronto. You know, Kevin Love was putting great numbers up with Minnesota. But when you go with LeBron James, your usage rate with the ball go down. So how good can Anthony Davis play with LeBron James? Because Anthony Davis used to touching the ball down every possession damn near, him and Drew Holiday. LeBron James want the ball. Once he get Luke Walton out of there, he want the ball every time. He want the ball every time. So it won't be no Anthony Davis touching in the post. Anthony Davis is going to become Kevin Love and Chris Bosh. Unless they make an adjustment. And that's going to be a nigga that sit in that corner, sit on the wing, and possibly sit at the top of the three-point line and launch threes. He's going to be turned into a glorified stretch 4, stretch 5. At best, he can do what Kuzma doing. And that's attack the paint from the three-point line and get in the lane. And be able to cut to the rim and hit his open threes. He's going to be a glorified Kuzma. And pretty much, he ain't the greatest defender neither. You know, people say, will he exert so much energy on the offensive end like LeBron? No, I mean, a great defender going to be at least a good defender. Look at Isaiah Thomas. Look at Scottie Pippen. Look at Jordan. Jordan gave it all he got on the offense and defensive end most nights. More defense for Scottie than offense, but Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, you know what I'm saying? So defensively, where's Anthony Davis at? He's a good weak side ball defender, but he ain't no type of defender that's going to lock that shit up in the paint. He ain't going to sit there and shut down, you know, Karl Anthony Towns. Like I told y'all the other day, Kristaps Porzingis put a 40 ball on him and DeMarcus Cousins non-defending ass. I watched that game last NBA season. Porzingis, they had no answer for him. They can double, triple team him. Come on, buddy. That's them across the street. They moving in, bro. Chill out. Like I said, he not this great defender. And if it don't go right, or when it don't go right, and the Lakers is losing, it ain't going to be LeBron's fault. It's going to be Anthony Davis' fault. It's a lot of scrutiny that come playing LeBron James. That's what Paul George say. Oh, fuck that. I can go to Oklahoma City and I don't have to worry about nothing. I can play Russell Westbrook, and he an MVP candidate right now. You feel what I'm saying? Anthony Davis, is he really ready to go from New Orleans, which ain't the smallest city, but it's not the big media market. You going to LA, where every time local 718 salute, every time it ain't It ain't every time it go wrong, it ain't LeBron's fault. It's gonna be Anthony Davis' fault. It's gonna be whoever else's fault. Are you ready to be second fiddle to LeBron James? Or do you prefer to be a big fish in a small pond? Because you about to be a big fish in the ocean. And every time the blame gets thrown on the Lakers, it's not going to go on Luke Walton or whoever the coach is. It's not going to be just on Magic Johnson. It damn sure ain't going to be on LeBron James. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis got to recognize he about to be Chris Bosh, Kevin Love. You're not about to be that guy to get the ball every time and shoot it. No, LeBron James going to dictate when Anthony Davis get the ball. And Lord help that motherfucker, excuse my language, if Luke Walton gone, he get the coach fired, and now it's his show. He can bring the ball up, and he can go pick and roll and do as he please. Okay? And they get another superstar there. It don't work like that. Like Golden State Warrior, that's not the status quo. Where you got Kevin Durant who can move the ball, Steph Curry that don't mind moving the ball, Klay Thompson don't want to be selfish, Draymond Green that love to move the ball, DeMarcus Cousins, now we got to see how he act to move the ball. But you got four guys over there that don't mind, sacrificing. LeBron James ain't sacrificing shit. Goodfellas, underrated Darden salute. LeBron James ain't sacrificing shit. He trying to catch Karl Malone and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar if he ain't called Karl Malone yet. And shout out to the mailman. He got an ugly history, bro. You know what I'm saying? Outside of basketball, but he probably on the court, he's probably my number one power forward of all time. We're not just talking about accolades and stuff of that nature. The young Karl Malone, he was the original fade away off of one leg. He was doing what Dirk was doing, and they trying to give Dirk credit for that one leg fall away. Nigga, that was Karl Malone. You know what I'm saying? Karl Malone was the dude running the floor like a god. With John Stockton, him and John Stockton in the early years, you got to go watch them, man. No, Karl Malone was, in my opinion, it's the greatest power forward I ever witnessed. Him, Kevin McHale, and I always loved some Tim Duncan. But Karl Malone, he couldn't hit no fucking free throws. Neither could Tim Duncan. But Karl Malone, from like 10 feet, into the paint, that motherfucker was bad, man. Karl Malone was a bad motherfucking country boy out of Arkansas. He was bad, man. The mailman in Stockton off the pick and roll. Now I'm gonna tell you a story. I remember Isaiah Thomas was embarrassing John Stockton. Okay, just like what, 92, 93 or some shit like that. Possibly could have been 91. Regular season, he's embarrassing John Stockton, right? He killing John Stockton. You know why he killing John Stockton, right? He killing John Stockton because he didn't make the dream team, whatever year it was. And they picked John Stockton over him. And Isaiah Thomas always felt he was better than John Stockton. He was by far better than John Stockton, player for player. And Zeke just giving John Stockton the fucking business, nigga. Like, I'm telling you, this nigga Zeke going crazy. And Karl Malone elbowed Zeke in the motherfucking head and left Zeke leaking. Because he was killing Karl Malone. He was killing John Stockton so bad. They couldn't stop Zeke. This is an older Zeke, too. He elbowed Zeke on his head, and Zeke was leaking and shit. And that was the NBA, even in the 90s, man. Because he was embarrassing John Stockton. This shit was on some, this was shit borderline hate crime shit, man. And I just go back and watch that shit, man. My one of the old school I used to work with, I used to be a fire marshal for the Quaxley plant back in the day in Detroit. And me and this old dude, man, when he was on schedule, I would go over to his booth, and we would just, he was a security guard. We would watch old Piston tape, man. And I learned a lot from that shit, man. So yeah, man, I always like all the Pistons. Even I'm gonna tell you how much of a Piston fan. I was the only 9-10-year-old watching Grant Hill and the Pistons. I love me some Grant Hill when they had the turquoise and burgundy jersey. I really remember Joe Dumars as a kid when he was playing with Grant Hill and them. I wasn't really old enough to remember him and Isaiah, but I remember him and Lindsey Hunter and them, man. But those were some terrible Piston days. But I enjoy watching the Pistons now. It's hard for me to watch them jokers now, man. But Grant Hill, Theo Reddiff, Terry Mills, and man, I love some 90 Pistons, even though they were sorry as hell. But I sure did love those. I love watching those teams, man. But yeah, and they talking about Kyrie Irving might go to They say Kyrie Irving may go to the LA Lakers and may want to reunite with LeBron James. Okay, Sean Tour, what's going on? The doctor messed Grant Hill up. Yeah, he did, man. Grant Hill should have never played though, man. I remember that shit. 99. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something before I get this question. Kyrie Irving said something in Cleveland. Okay, and I remember this. It was a clip, and he was in the library. Before LeBron came, I think. And he told the kid in the library at the school or whatever, they was in the classroom, that he was never going to leave Cleveland, and he left. He told the Boston Celtics fans the same thing. And the thing about the Celtics fans is that they feel that since we made it to the, I think that was like #1 seed last year, and they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they really believe they better without Kyrie Irving. They really believe that Terry Rozier is the guy. And I really don't know if they think Kyrie Irving gonna come back, because they not trading Terry Rozier or Jaylen Brown or none of them dudes, man. They're not trading none of them dudes for shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make a deal where they could trade Kyrie Irving, in something for Anthony Davis, man. But I think you can see Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving team up next year. Kyrie Irving got a player option next year, so he can opt out of that and be a free agent. So why wouldn't Kyrie want to go to LA? He know how hard it is. He feel disrespected in Boston. Those young guys feel like they don't need him to win a championship, and they can do it without him. He hogging the ball. He dribbling too much. And before they blame Kyrie Irving, won't they look how shitty Gordon Hayward is looking? Gordon Hayward looked like trash. But you know what? They always gonna blame Kyrie Irving, the black guy, about their situation. And he be in and out the lineup, taking rest, getting injured and stuff of that nature. So, if I'm Danny Ainge, you know what I'm saying? Possibly you move Kyrie Irving. Maybe you move Kyrie Irving. Because I believe Kyrie might be going to LA. I believe that. Who wouldn't want to go to LA? Even if he went to the Clippers, who wouldn't want to go to LA? What black man really want to be in Boston that's not from Boston? Knowing how racist and segregated Boston probably still is to this day. What black man want to go to Boston? He might want to go to the Knicks, but shit, James Dolan is a cancer. He's like one of the worst owners right up here with these jokers, man, with the Fords. You know what I'm saying? So, we looking at the situation, but really, I mean, what if Kyrie do go to LA? Then that means Klay Thompson may not come. So would you want Klay Thompson and Kyrie? And I think Klay Thompson is a better fit with LeBron, but we know Kyrie is going to hit them big shots. He got more to offer than Klay Thompson off the dribble. But Klay Thompson probably got more to offer as a player. He's a better defender. He's more durable. And Klay Thompson, daddy worked for the Warriors. So if they don't get AD, do you say, okay, we'll trade for AD. Let me go ahead and get Klay Thompson and Kyrie in my backcourt with LeBron, and then we'll trade the rest of these jokers for Anthony Davis? Or do the Pelicans just be stubborn and somebody take a 1-year flyer on Anthony Davis like Kawhi Leonard? And I heard Kawhi Leonard is still talking about leaving Toronto, and they didn't kiss Kawhi Leonard black ass. Oh, Jamaica, what's going on? They didn't kiss Kawhi Leonard's black ass. But Brother Junior say Kyrie, Lance, LeBron, Ingram, and AD would be an amazing starting 5. I don't think Lance is going to start unless they strap for cash. Sean Alonzo, Lozano, sorry. Davis, Rondo, Zubac, LeBron, and Hart. L5 play NBA was more fun to watch than the NFL. By far. NFL was chump change, bro. Even with the Steelers and the Dallas and stuff of that nature, man. Even with that type of stuff, man. The freaking NBA was gold, man. I used to watch the Indiana Bulls series, the Knicks and the Heat series. I mean, and it was all about the East. Remember that, man? The Eastern Conference was the juggernaut. Shaq and Orlando, Michael Jordan. In the West, you had, the Nuggets and Mutombo. They beat the Sonics, I believe, 1 year. But you had the Sonics, and Antonio McDyess was looked at as one of the best players in the league. A lot of people don't remember that. Antonio McDyess was that guy. You know what I'm saying? McDyess was top 5, man, before he injured his knee. A lot of people don't remember that. McDyess was top 5. McDyess was like what Sean Kemp was, but he had better skills. You know what I'm saying? Or just had more success. Kyrie grew up watching the Lakers. Yeah, that nigga gone, man. Hey, Jamaica say they took AD off the video for the team AD going to the Lakers. The Pelicans were smart. They would trade him ASAP for the best package, but only got 7 days left. Yeah, that Greg Popovich told him don't listen. You know, did Anthony Davis play yesterday? What's going on, Jose Garcia? Did Anthony Davis play yesterday? Yeah, Kawhi Leonard going to the Clippers. Yeah, in the mid-90s, yeah, he was, man, Dice was that nigga, man. Lakers got to keep Ingram. I don't like Ingram, bro. He can go, but that's just my personal opinion. You know? Oh, AD didn't play yesterday? I was wondering, man. I was looking at the snap line. I'm like, damn, Jaleel Okafor snapped. Oh, he injured. Oh, yeah, he is injured with that little finger, Darnell Kirkland. Yeah, I was looking at Jaleel Okafor snap. I'm looking like, because I was going to play FanDuel last night, man. I ain't played in a month, you know, but yeah, what's going on, Rookie E? Yeah, I ain't played in a month, but I'm looking like, damn, Anthony Davis didn't play. I forgot the Joker was injured. I ain't been keeping up with the NBA. But Okafor snapped last night. But, you know, if they go to the NBA, man, fuck it, man. The West going to be hot. And I think the Houston Rockets I think they made a mistake by not keeping I think they made a mistake by re-signing Chris Paul, man. I would have tried to go get Paul George, man. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever I could do, I might have tried to move for Shooter to be my point guard or something. But, you know, like I said, man, if they get Kyrie, Clay, and they trade for Anthony Davis sometime next year, or however it works, man, so be it, man. You know, Warriors versus Lakers. Maybe, you know, by them getting Anthony Davis, maybe Kevin Durant say, you know what, I'm going to stay and open up this new Warriors arena. Maybe they say, fuck it. You know, maybe this dude say, Klay Thompson say, fuck it, man. I don't care if my daddy worked for the Lakers. I'm going to stay with the Warriors. Or you never know. What if Klay Thompson leave? They decide to trade Draymond Green and do something. I mean, I welcome the Lakers, you know, stacking up. And I like the Lakers. Don't get it wrong. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan on the court, but I respect what he done off the court, and I respect his game. You know, I respect his gangster as a player as well. But, you know, if they want to load up, it's only going to make the NBA more fun. And the Western Conference is going to be the real NBA championship. You know, and as it always is, it's nothing different. We know the winner of the Rockets Warriors was going to win the championship last year. And we know this year the winner of the Western Conference championship is going to win the championship regardless. You can say, oh, the Toronto Raptors got a chance at Boston or Philly. Ain't nobody fuck with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? You know, Fareed was a good pickup from me. Yeah, I like Fareed. Good hustler. CJ, you see the Bucks willing to trade the whole team for AD? Yeah, they should. AD and Giannis, I don't know. I mean, guys don't want to go to Milwaukee, man. You know what I'm saying? People say, oh, it's so cold in Milwaukee. But guess what? 41 times a year, you still on the road. You know what I'm saying? You still on the road, and then and then in the offseason, you can go wherever you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? You can go wherever you want to go to in the offseason. So I don't get the infatuation. You know, Milwaukee and Chicago, Detroit, and I don't want to say Indiana, a little bit boring. But, you know, if they call it nap time, you know, but all of them, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, man. You're going to have a good time in those cities, man. You know, but at the end of the day, these dudes want to go to LA and New York, man. Nobody want to be different. Everybody want to be a big fish in the ocean. Nobody want to be the big fish in a small pond. Why not go team up with Giannis Antetokounmpo? That's deadly. That's deadly. AD and Giannis, especially if you can keep Brogdon or you can keep Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it is what it is. Because Milwaukee is trash. I mean, it's a lot of trash ass cities out there. You only got to be there 41 times a year. 41 games out the year. You go live wherever you want to live outside of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, dog. It's always nice places to stay. But if it's going to just come down staying in New York, the East Coast, New York, and LA, then fuck it. Just cut half the league out. If Atlanta ain't going to never have a serious shot, if Atlanta not going to never have a serious shot, if Oklahoma City not going to ever have a serious shot, if Chicago, Minnesota, Philadelphia, if Toronto, I mean, if Memphis, I can keep going on and on to Sacramento. If all these teams not gonna have a shot, just get them the fuck up out the league. Get them up out the league, man. It don't make no sense. Get them up out the league. If we're not gonna have no legitimate shots at winning the title, why are we here then? You know, just to pay us? That should get on my nerve. I think the NBA should be fair a fair game, but we know it's not. We know bookies and money corrupt the sport. Same thing in boxing, same thing in the NFL. We would never have an organic spirit. Even high school basketball and high school football and Pal and Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even the pure shit ain't even pure no more, man. Only time you have pure football is you go to the park, you throw the football up in the air, and you play pick them up, mess them up. Or you go out there, you set on 7-on-7s with the kids in the park. Or you go out there and you set up a pickup basketball game with the kids. Other than that, anything you step into AAU, middle school, all that shit is corrupted, man. I feel like a boss. Do you think Boston better without Kyrie? No, I don't. You never better without a talent like that. But they can think what they want to think. But I'm gonna talk about the MVP race and I'll take a couple questions, man. In my opinion, man, I like James Harden, but Paul George, man, I got a bias towards Paul George. Paul George is my dude, man. I like some Paul George, man. Paul George is one of the best two-way player. He is the best two-way player in basketball, period. He solidified that this year. He overcame a knee injury or leg injury. I mean, he playing better with Russell Westbrook than Kevin Durant really ever, coexisted with him because he's not so much of an alpha male. And he just vicious, man. I think, and my Paul George is my MVP. I don't give a fuck what the numbers say. I understand, James Harden giving you 60 and 50, and he killing the game right now. Now I wouldn't argue with it. But in my opinion, man, Paul George getting it done on both ends of the floor, getting it done with Russell Westbrook. This is my personal opinion. Paul George, I've been a Paul George fan since he was at Fresno State. God damn, Code 11, Alvarez on the ESPN Plus app. Well, I got it. PG used to be giving Miami problems before the injury. Yeah, him and Danny Granger. See that my damn one bedroom costs $13.50. If you don't make at least $3,000 a month, you in trouble out here. Yeah, my dad stayed out there, man, a couple months. Well, shit, probably a year. You know what I'm saying? My house don't cost half of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just if I was rent, you rent. It don't cost half of that. Shit, $13.50. Shit, you can get you a crib here. You're gonna have to put a lot of work into it, but but that's just my dude, Paul George, man. What you got, Paul George, Giannis? My problem with Giannis is he ain't developed a jump shot yet. What the fuck him and Ben Simmons doing in the offseason, man? Giannis supposed to have a mid-range. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna have to get some shooting, man. He gonna have to learn to shoot the rock. Him and Ben Simmons. You ain't doing shit all summer. All you got to do is take a basketball and you can get the shoot. If you need the shooting strap, get the shooting machine and shoot jumpers for an hour. Shoot jumpers for an hour a day. That's all they got to do. You shoot jumpers an hour a day. Ben Simmons will be good. You start off shooting them from the mid-range. Everybody want to go out there and master the three-point range. If you just get a mid-range jumper, they can't pack the paint in on you. Then you work on getting the three-point range like Rip Hamilton did. Hamilton was the mid-range assassin. Then he need to extend his range like DeMar DeRozan. Then they started extending to the corner three. Then he started hitting them from the wing. Then he started hitting them from the top of the arc. All good. You can't just go from I can't shoot to shooting three-pointers and thinking you're going to improve your jump shot. No, you got to master the gray area. You got to master the mid-range. Harden is not playing better than Paul George. That's what I said. But some people just think because he's putting up the numbers. Oklahoma City can defend. If they was able to get one more player, I don't know why they don't want to trade for Blake Griffin. Here, take that nigga here. He want to start barking again. I don't know why they don't trade Blake Griffin. But Blake Griffin don't want to be in Detroit. Put Blake Griffin with Paul George, Westbrook, Steven Adams, and them, man. We give you Blake Griffin for a first-round draft pick. Pistons ain't winning shit. What do you think if the Raptors have to do to make the finals, man? They good. I mean, if they want to make a move, it'll be for a point guard. Maybe I don't trust Kyle Lowry. Maybe I want a bigger guard. And then you look who available, like who available. You know what I'm saying? Point guard wise, I'm thinking like who can they possibly entertain? You know, I really don't know. I'm thinking you look at New York. Really, you know, I mean, Moody, he have an up and down year, but Trey Burke's still a smaller guard. Terry Rozier can help Toronto, but Boston not gonna help Toronto. You go down to Miami, you know, maybe they can do a deal and get you know, for Kyle Lowry and get Goran Dragic. You know what I'm saying? Dragic can't defend though, but he can score and he can shoot. You know, he definitely can score and shoot. I like him. You know, maybe they can, you know, I don't know what else they would have to get them a point guard. You know, Justin Winslow and Josh Richardson been playing point guard a lot in Miami. You know, maybe you can get Justin Winslow to come play the point guard up in Toronto. He could defend his position. You know, so they gotta look at stuff that they might need. You look at Dallas. I don't think they got a point guard. You know, Barrera's still smaller. He tore his shit up too. Dennis Smith Jr. Maybe Dennis Smith Jr. can help Toronto, but he always injured though. He would be more of a long-term solution, but I think Toronto should try to get Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, Mike Conley is definitely a guy that I'm looking at for Toronto. If Toronto get Mike Conley, I think it's a lock they make it to the NBA Finals. I mean, shit, they can use Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. They can get both of them. Ibaka, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell, OG Abwabwi, in a pick or two. You know, you put Marc Gasol, you know, instead of Kyle Lowry on there, and you put Mike Conley and Marc Gasol on there. You know, you give them Valanciunas and Ibaka and Kyle Lowry. You put Gasol and Conley on the Toronto Raptors, they might win the championship. If I'm Toronto, I'm on the phone trying to make that deal because Conley can defend and Gasol can give you scoring on the block where Ibaka only can stretch it out, shoot three. Gasol can shoot the three. I wouldn't trade Siakam because he's an animal. You know what I'm saying? You got Kawhi, Gasol, Siakam, you know, and then you got Mike Conley and Danny Green. I mean, they gonna make the championship. They might get Golden State a run for their money. They might give him a run for that because Gasol can stretch it out, shoot the three. He can post up. He can rebound. He better than Valanciunas and Ibaka. I mean, I'll be on the phone calling them jokers right now. We didn't spoke some shit up, man. We need a motherfucking me and Eddie, we need some motherfucking we need a commission. Just give me 2%, man. All them millions, bro. Let's see. Give me that. Larry be disappeared. Exactly. He not big enough. But Bradley Beal would be a good move for them too, but he ain't really the ball handler they need. They pretty much got a poor man's Bradley Beal and Danny Green. They want a lot for Bradley Beal. And Bradley Beal don't even want to be there with John Wall. John Wall, $41 million contract kick in next year. And they hate John Wall, and that's a fact. I've been hearing that for 2 years. Could the Rockets realistically trade for AD? Didn't they try to give the Wolves first-round draft picks for Jimmy? Yeah, but I think the Pelicans is going to want I don't even think they want anything else they got other than James Harden. You know, maybe Clint Capella, and, you know, I don't think they would want Chris Paul back, you know, or maybe they can, you know, end up trading Chris Paul for more assets. I don't know. Possibly they could. But I don't think four first-round draft picks is going to be enough because they're going to be a playoff team, and they picks ain't going to be nothing. Golden State Warriors got the championship on lock. Boogie makes it unfair. Yeah, but remember, Boogie Cousins got a Jekyll and Hyde attitude. You know what I'm saying? He got a real Jekyll and Hyde attitude. But not only that, Draymond Green is playing piss poor. If the Toronto Raptors can get Marc Gasol and Mike Conley, I would say I would give them a 40 or 35% chance, and depending on how they mesh for the next 6 months or the next couple of months, excuse me, to beat the Golden State Warriors. Because Conley gives Steph Curry fits all the time on both ends of the floor. Danny Green can defend. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he be busting Golden State ass. You know, Marc Gasol can get with Boogie. He ain't gonna never be 100%. And then Siakam is an animal. He way better than Draymond Green this year. Wall got that bag. Now he's in love with the white. He in love with the devil's dandruff. Let's keep it G-rated. So, like I say, man, John Wall, he another dude that never developed a jump shot. So it's Toronto, Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers. But who gonna make it to the finals. Right now, my money on Toronto. I like Kawhi Leonard. I don't like him his personality, and I know he gonna lead Toronto anyway. He gonna be public enemy number 1 there. But I like Toronto. I don't think the Sixers got enough shooting. I don't think the Bucks got enough shooting. It's gonna be Toronto or the Celtics, barring injury. I like Giannis but if Giannis got had a jump shot, the Bucks will be unbeatable, man. You know what I'm saying? But he don't got a jump shot, so they not unbeatable. In my DJ Khaled voice. Brother Junior, should the Lakers trade Ingram for Marc Gasol? Bad trade. Pelicans don't want Ingram. I think I would need a first round draft pick with that too. You know, you probably can get Gasol and motherfucking Mike Conley for Ingram, and then you got to match the contracts up, obviously. But I wouldn't say that was a bad meal. You know, Marc Gasol was a Laker until draft day, I think, or some shit like that. So I mean, yeah, they got Zoo back. He'll be gone, but can you envision in this NBA Marc Gasol and Anthony Davis playing together? That's the question. Will Luke Walton know what to do? Will they cry about spacing? Even though Gasol can stretch it out, shoot the three, so can AD, but at least one of them is better in the paint. So if I'm trading Ingram, you know, and I'm looking at Anthony Davis. Let's just say hypothetically, Anthony Davis / Klay Thompson or Kyrie Irving. Let's just say one of them, and let's say LeBron James. I'm looking at Brandon Ingram. What am I looking to get? I'm looking to get a point guard. So once again, maybe you can go Brandon Ingram, Mike Conley. You know, or whatever. Don't get. If you get Klay, you need, and don't get Kyrie, you need a point guard. If you get Kyrie and don't get Klay, then you need that shooter. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so who are you looking at to be that guard? You know, you say, can we throw some Brandon Ingram together for Bradley Beal? Can we do something like that and throw a deal together with Josh Hart, Ingram, and some draft picks to get Bradley Beal here? We know we're gonna get Kyrie next year. We know LeBron can chop it up with Kyrie, so you go Kyrie, LeBron, Bradley Beal, Anthony Davis. You know, so we chopping it up like that. So it depends on what they gonna get. What's gonna be that third wheel? That third wheel gonna be Klay. Then we need a point guard because Rondo, you know, Rondo's gonna be our backup. You know. So yeah, Detroit Pistons should trade for should trade for Michael Porter Jr. To rejuvenate They should have never traded the pick. They should have never traded for Blake Griffin, man. Him and Tobias Harris is basically equals this year, man. We should have Michael Porter Jr., bro. He should be on the Pistons. Why do you think Ingram's so inconsistent? I don't know. I know he got his women together. His side chick or his two side chicks sit on the floor, and they can't say nothing about him on social media. But maybe I never really liked Dookie's coming out. The last Dookie I liked coming out was Kyrie, and before Kyrie it was Grant Hill. So I don't know what's wrong with Brandon Ingram, man. Maybe he's so in love with the outside lifestyle of the NBA, but I really don't. Pell said they don't want Ingram, and we know. Brandon Ingram and Hart for Damian. I don't think that's gonna happen. They're gonna want more for Damian Lillard, in my opinion. Well, yeah, somebody just told me that Pelicans remove any and all signs of Anthony Davis in the arena. Intro video, Twitter banner following his trade request. So they're gonna move him now or never. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. I'm gonna do a longer NBA 1-on-1, man. Hopefully sometime this week. I gotta go get my daughter, man. So I appreciate everybody for checking in, man. We're gonna do way more of these, man. A lot more of these, more hip hop 1-on-1s, man. I'm gonna cut back a little bit on the I'm gonna cut back on the boxing shit a little bit. It's just, you know, it's just too much, man. Too much, man. Too many hating ass niggas and too many niggas talking about the same shit. It's just the boxing community is just full of a whole bunch of homo fag ass niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying a lot of these dudes is just faggots, man. Nerd ass niggas with nothing going on in their life. Now I got more to offer than that, man. For real, man. So I'm gonna do more of this type of shit, man, and less boxing. At least on the live stream video. Damn, little Penny Hardaway Memphis game cut out. There it go. Luke Walton has been a poor coach for the Lakers this year. He took players out at the wrong time. Most of his players are unsure of their minutes. Same thing with David Finsdale in the rotation. David Finsdale in New York don't get them niggas no fair rotations, man. I remember when I used to watch the Pistons, Larry Brown, when they was winning, Larry Brown had them on the pitch count. He had them on a schedule like you working at McDonald's or Checkers or White Castles or Crystals or something like that. You know, it would be like I can't remember, like the 4 minute mark in the first quarter. Tayshaun Prince will go out and Corliss Williams or not Corliss Williams or whoever it was, Lindsey Hunter come in. He had them on a perfect pitch count. Is a Wild Whiteside being wasted in Miami? Maybe he should be traded to a contender. Yeah, they taking him out. He walking off. But he don't have good health. But he another guy that can help Toronto. He can help. Who else you got out there? He can help the Lakers, but he got a big contract though. He got a big contract. You know what I'm saying? But he definitely put a good game in there before. Who you got in the Super Bowl and why? I haven't paid no attention to the Super Bowl, man. You know, once they pulled that weak ass shit, maybe I get into it towards the end of the week, man. But I just don't care, man. I was mad when Kansas City lost, and then they robbed the Saints, even though they robbed everybody else. Maybe I'm just gonna take me a minute to get into the Super Bowl. If I do, I don't even plan on watching it. You know, I probably just think I would think like everybody else that Brady gonna win. I can see Blake Griffin, Oklahoma City, and Dallas. He from Oklahoma City. You know, but let me get off here, man. Start to whip up. I appreciate everybody for checking in, man. I'm definitely gonna do more of these, and appreciate y'all, man. Keep supporting these. Share them, man. Share them with somebody that like basketball, man. We're gonna continue to talk. I'm gonna have my own playlist for these. It's gonna be NBA 101 lives, so you can always go back and and watch these again. So we're gonna get the ball rolling. We're gonna do some NFL draft talk. We're gonna do some more NFL talk once the Super Bowl over with. We're gonna do that hip hop thing. We might do some R&B. We might do some current news streams. So I'm gonna definitely expand the live stream game. I'm just tired of banging out the boxing, man. So might do a March Madness stream as well too. So y'all be on the lookout, and for y'all, I got some news coming on the boxing tip. So I'll share that in a video when I settle down. So appreciate everybody for checking in. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFellowOnBoxing. Get you 18% off their all natural products, lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, and much, much more. The website promo code description. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter. Also got a Facebook group as well. And hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Appreciate everybody for checking in. We gone.